Well, there it is. Good morning. Hello. Monday, Sunday, fun day. It doesn't matter how you say it, it's still going to be fun. We're going to get started by coming all the way to the front part of our mats, bringing our feet slightly wider than hip width apart with a straight forward pointing toe. I like to take the ball of each big toe and pronounce it or push it into the mat. With that pronounced push, now I'd like you to bring some straightness to the legs. Give me as much straightness as you can, but remember, we are warming up. As you bring that belly of yours into an engaged form, I'd like you to proud out the chest and draw your shoulders upwards. Rotate the palms to face forward as you spread your fingers widely. I'd like you to draw the elbows backward and have that nice cross the chest expansion. Let's not do the same with the shoulder blades. Let's not be pulling them into the center line. Quite the opposite. Like you kind of pull them off the spinal column. Let's drop that chin in. Give me a double chin as you imagine a string on the top of the head, pulling it high to the sky. Now we have a very stance or stoic stance going on. As we take a deep breath in and exhale, let's associate or remember to associate breathing with movement. Inhale. As you exhale, serve the hands outwards. As you inhale, draw those elbows backwards. As we begin the movement, thank you for bringing that up. I'd like you to bring that elbow back and hand forward movement with a maintained proud chest and all of that muscle engagement right down from the ball of the foot, each foot, of course, all the way up to the top of the head. And now we're going to serve it out, hold it out, rotate the palms and cup the fingers. As we create that nice movement now, I like to draw that booty back and slowly raise and lower the arms, avoiding any kind of bend through the elbow. As we explore a little bit of the range of motion, we're going to sweep down and sweep back up. As we now sweep down and pass the body, I'd like you to open the palms as you do so that the palms come forward, hitting that body mark, rotating inwardly as we raise, and doing the opposite as we come backwards, opening outwardly. Continue on this for a few more repetitions. All right, get that breathing down. We haven't forgotten that, have we? Hopefully not. All right, and the next one, we're going to hold it back, keeping that nice proud chest. Now, I'd like you to do a little bit of pelvic tucking. So what I mean by that is I'd like you to take the pubis area and kind of pull it upward and inward, hollow out the belly. Keep that chest proud. Now, try to pull back those arms a little more, expanding and pulling off the shoulders from the midline. Take that chin, double it. Keep that double as you inhale. Stand tall to salute the sun. Widen, fold, and coming all the way down to an inverted position. We'll first start with this today with forearms up on thighs, simply doing some spinal articulation, extending and flexing the spinal column. We're really supported. As we inhale, we lengthen. As we exhale, we flex. And then we'll continue on this for a few repetitions. All right, now, with a nice extended spine, bend both knees. Take the hands, reach them forward. Stand tall and squat down. As we progress through these reps, I'd like you to explore a little range of motion, a little depth. See what's going on. See where you can get to with control without winking those hips. So we're up and down and engaged all the way from shoulders down to the hips themselves. Nice and controlled spinal column, stable, not flexing in or out. Hips creating the movement up and down. The knees and ankles are assisting, of course. Without them extending and flexing, there's none of this shit going on. Now hold it down, raise the arms, stand it tall, reach for the sky, relax it, hold it, step it back to plank. A little cold there. Exactly. I'm not verklempt. I'm just congested. Got a little bit of cold going on here in Florida. All right, so now we're back in our plank position. You stepped it back to plank. Here, whoops.
Hold your plank.
Calvary to the rescue. Wow. Can you handle this for me? All right. Now we're back in our plank position.
No, they were already holding.
I know they're holding plank, but I'm back in the plank position, so we're gonna pull the hips up and back to down dog. Drive the heels to the earth. Keep the heels driving earthward as you float that body of yours back to plank. Now push up into the toes. Hips pull high to the sky. Heels drive to the earth and float forward. And now let's lower the knees down. As we continue our warming, I'd like you to find a nice wide base of hands and knees and let the head drop down towards the earth. Tie an imaginary string to the center of the spine, pull it high to the sky. Tuck that pubis, round it inwardly and upwardly. Feel that nice lengthening along the back. As you inhale now, let's grow that spinal column. Flip that tailbone and the back of the head pulls to the sky as we hollow out the belly to feel that nice muscular recruitment across from top to bottom of your belly as we reverse. And we do this repeatedly, slowly. Enjoy this movement as we warm that spinal column of ours up. Remember to focus on breathing. Inhaling as we go to flexion. Exhaling as we go to extension. Basically inhaling as we go to cow. And exhaling as we go to cat. Slow and steady. Holding on the cat position, float the hips back towards the heels. Enjoy this for a couple seconds before we go to a cow-like posture through the spinal column and float the body forward. So we cat back and we cow forward. And we move on this ever so slowly just to enjoy a nice lengthening. If we feel ambitious to explore some of the range, you can go there. See how low you can get those butt cheeks of yours relative to those heels of yours. All right, let's everyone float it forward. With toes tucked, float the knees, pull the hips upward and backward, drive the heels to the earth, and reverse the plank. Keep walking back in to get some weight bearing into the feet. Let's discover the ball of each big toe. Pushing into the mat as we inhale and extend to a flat back. Bring more straightness to the legs and start to wander your hips backwards to get a predominant bearing of weight in the heels. Keeping that spine extended. Make sure your head and neck are cooperating. Not compressing, but lengthening as we keep that length. Fill and empty the lungs a few times. Powerfully in, powerfully out. And on the next out, let the upper body just flex or fold down. And then Pilates style, rotate that pelvic girdle, begin to stack each vertebrae. Good morning, everybody. Hands salute to the sun. Holding long, pulling high, big inhale. Powerful exhale, relax. Great job. Shoulders pull up, shoulders pull down, up and down. As we continue on this rep, try to imagine you're kind of pulling the shoulders off the center line as they pull up, and they pull off the center line as they go downward also. Up and down. That's our cadence, nice and slow. Beautiful. Now, take that right arm, reach it forward, sweep it up and backwards. Let the hips rotate and follow that as we switch from side to side. Almost like we're backstroking in a pool, but we are standing. Make one arm do a complete rotation before you bring in the other one. Nice. As we continue on this a few more times, try to reach high to the sky and pull back far. And as we get those shoulders all revved up, like in and out, shake it out. Take the hips, push them to the left, take the left hand, sweep it up. And we're just going to basically broom this from side to side.
exploring a little bit of the push as we warm through those side or lateral muscles, keeping long through the arms. All right, yeah, this is going so well. Oh, I'm feeling like I'm starting to wake up, even though it's like 1,000 degrees below zero here today. All right, let's calm that. Shake out the arms. Take that little wander back to the back end of the mats. Let's take that ball of that big left toe, plant it as we step the right foot forward. We have a nice separation from side to side, that width allowing stability. So you find your stable stance in terms of width and also front to back. We're going to put hands on hips, and we're going to start into just simply taking the heel, driving it to the earth and coming up onto the tippy toes. So let's do that as we work this. Chest proud. Think of the other form factors here. Engaged, lengthen, chin double, pushing, pistoning basically with that back foot. I love how you keep that all connected. It really makes a big difference in terms of functionality, strength. So on the next down push, hold down, try to push down a little more, try to straighten out that back leg and try to keep that ankle aiming straight back as opposed to one side or the other. With that now, I'd like you to take the front foot, ride the ball of the big toe into that mat, and then push backwards. See how much more weight you can bring into that posterior leg. Keep that tummy hollow. Now, nice and proud, I'd like you to take the arms to the sky as we reach high. Keep the peripheral view of the arms, so we're not so far back. We don't want that really ratcheted back. We want to have that nice length for these side bodies. As we keep that functioning, I'd like you to take an imaginary grapefruit on each hand, pull it high to the sky. Let the shoulders kind of raise up high. As we hold on that, I'd like you to take now a deep breath in. Keep a little stronger push from front to back. Ride that heel a little more if you can. And then let hands descend over heart, only to allow them to interlock with the fingers and then push forward. The arms, rotate the elbows downwardly. Take that hip, the right hip, and I'd like you to chop through it and lean in. And when we find that lean, I want you to find the load that's significant, that you feel. And when you've got that feeling, we're going to work it. Here we go. Rotation to the right. Come back center. And continue on this for a few more reps. All right, nice and slow. Arms extended. Elbows rotating downwardly. Keep that nice, long upper body. Not flexing, not figuring out the balance. You've got it all locked down. You're there, right? So let's go. Another couple reps. Almost there. Oh, feeling it. Hopefully you can too. Hands descend back over heart. Take the front foot, bend for the knee, drive that foot backwards, and then set up the opposite side. Step it forward. Separate appropriately for balance. Left toe. Get the ball of it driving into that earth. Ooh, now you can challenge one side versus the other. Figure out the balance. Now that you've got it, hands come to hip, vertical body, and here we go. Right heel down, up, slowly. Feel the muscle tension through the whole range, all the way up and all the way down. All right, now we add into this. We come up with high heel in the back. Sorry, we can with low heel in the back. I'm going to take that front foot, initiate push backwards. We're going to take those arms and we're going to reach into the sky. We're going to maintain that peripheral view as we pull high those arms. Fingers are cupped, pulling high. Good job. Now, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the hands descend over heart. Let the fingers interlock. Let's chop through that left hip. As we fold in, we have that strong forward push backwards, front leg pushing back as the hands extend out, elbows rotate earth. And we begin to rotate shoulder carriage to the left, back center. I'm going to continue on this. As we rep it out, I'd like you to keep that tension best you can. Front leg to back leg. That's really what's working. That push of the front to back. That's what works that front leg. Our spinal muscles, our rotators and our stabilizers and the spinal column all coming into play, but they're not exerting force right now. It's the legs. Keep that focus as best you can. A couple more reps. As we come back center. Hands descend back over heart, front knee bends, left foot shoots it back. As we come into stand wider, get those feet out to the edges of the mat or body appropriate width, whatever works for you. I'm a little taller than most, so that's best for me. Now that you got yourself figured out, take the heels and try to spiral them outwards with hands on hips, legs relatively straight. I'd like you to fold in. Now, as you fold, I'd like you to engage six-pack. As you keep that six-pack engaged, fire up those muscles, keep them fired up, proud of the chest. Take the elbows and draw them inwardly. As we keep that chest proud, I'd like you to really make an effort now to try to scoot the heels away, isometric. So it's really heightening that activation over those hips. As you keep that activation, I'd like you to simply fold forward. Tabletopping, if you can get there. If it's not possible, you go as low as you can go. And as we rep this out, you're going to explore, right? You're like little Dora the Explorer today, seeing how low you can go with nice, stabilized spinal column and highly activated external rotations of those hips with those heels pushing without moving. I know, a lot of reminders. Keep it going, slowly down, slowly up. On the next up, I'd like you to add a little bit of hip thrust. So as we come up, slowly push the hips forward, spine remains long. See how that amplifies some of those muscle use thereof. Slowly coming down, spinal column long, coming up, hips push forward slightly more. And one more time down. One more time up. Oh, those little muscles feel like they're burning. Hopefully, you got it. And then relax, shake it out. Great job. Take a big breath in. Sun salutes. Good morning, sun. Powerful exhale, fold. We're walking the plank all the way out. We're going to hover low. Knees are optional. Push back up. Pull up and back to down dog. So we're going to flow this out a little bit. Hover low, push back up, hips pull up and back, down dog. Come back to plank, hover low, push back up, hips pull up and back, down dog. You got it? Let's do it 3 more times. Slowly down, slowly up. Great job. Count it down for 2. And then 1. And as we pull hips up and back this time, we're all going to find ourselves there. Heels drop to the earth. Straighten through the knees. Plant or push the ball of each big toe heavily to the mat. Widen the fingers, stance on your mat. Turn the elbows inwardly. Hips pull a little higher. Big breath in. As you exhale, gently float those knees down to the earth and step your hands back on your shoulders. Widen the stance, a little wider than hip width apart. Let the torso lengthen long as we elongate it. Engage that strong six-pack muscle. Let the torso drift down between the arms. As we keep that downward drift of the torso, spiral elbows inwardly. Take the back of the head, pull it forward and upward slightly. In other words, double the chin. Draw back the hips, holding on the slight back posture. As you inhale, extend the spinal column. Walk the hands back, come into kneeling position. All right, now, in the knee, there's a little amount of flexion And you can always use padding, just as a reminder, if it's needed for the knees. There's always a little bit of bend in the hips, or there may be. So I like you to kind of push forward the hips. And you might feel a little bit more of an activation in those butt cheeks. And a little more pull through those front over the hip muscles. I'd like you to try to keep that as best you can. Now, take the arms out laterally beside the body. Open the palm to face the sky. If we continue to push forward, check in with that low back, right? I want you to feel nothing in terms of compression. What should be working, what you want working is more of a six-pack muscle, engaging more, relieving some of the tension in the muscles of your spinal column. As we hold the arms out, pull them away from the center line, take the chin, double it up. Now start to arch the upper back best you can. Once again, check in, low back not comfortable, relieve the stress, try it with a six-pack, doesn't work, don't come into the position, avoid the compression. It's all about muscle activation, muscle lengthening. Now big inhale, hands reach to the sky, let the hips now drift backwards and fold down. If we come into a smaller stance, all four position, come to cat, hold the cat, take the hips towards the heels, walk the hands back up onto the thighs, crowd out the chest, spine goes long, and then slowly come up to the kneel. Engage, push, extend the arms forward, open the fingers widely, rotate the elbows downwardly, pull through, tracing the side body elbow all the way along the rib cage, pull back. Keep the chest nice and proud as you serve it out. Bring forearms together. Let those shoulders, everything push forward. You'll notice that I'm working to arch the back and pull in the chin. Feel that nice elongation through the back itself. And then we're going to pull back, trace, and draw back the elbows. And hold on this for a couple seconds before we serve it back out again. And then slowly back in, slowly back out. It looks awkward and it feels awkward, but it's very beneficial for the engagement of those support muscles of your spinal column. Again, we don't want to improve something by worsening something else. So if the lumbar or low back feels compressed and you can't adjust your contractive effort through that six-pack to avoid that compression, it's time to take a break. We're going to do one more rep. We're going to fold the palms together. We're going to reach the hands high to the sky. We're going to draw back the hips as we keep the arms reaching to the sky. As we lower the hips towards the earth, let the hands break, fold down, and come into a modified cat-like position. And then extend and cat it and cow it. One more time. And then make sure your toes are tucked. Come up onto the feet. I'm stepping mine onto the mat. We're going to keep a nice long spinal column, nice long head. Draw back that booty. Drive the balls of the big toes straight through the legs. Big breath in. Exhale, flex the spinal column, Pilates style. Tuck the pelvic girdle under, stack the vertebrae, come back to stand. Beautiful. Hands descend over heart. Depending on which side of your mat in, whatever it was, step it in to face it forward. Keep the hands over hearts. Just now begin a little push of the palms together and raise the elbows to the height where you can take them to. High up as you can get, as we keep that nice upwardly rotation of the elbows. I'd like you to pull the hips backwards. As we begin to fold down, I'd like you to keep the tabletop type of position, nice long spinal column, that rotation through the arms. As we keep that nice engagement through the spinal column. We're going to work here for a few more repetitions. Slowly down and slowly up. We enjoy that slow journey, a little bit of a respite for the work we were doing earlier. As we gentle this out, try to keep those elbows high. If you notice they're getting a little bit aggravated, it's okay, let it relax. And then I'm going to rise up, remove that, shake it out. Great job. As we bring hands now behind the back and interlock the fingers to make the chest have an opportunity to make a little prouder. I'm going to try to get palm to palm in my hands. You may not get that experience, just having the fingers interlocked and allowing that expansion across the chest. Very good right now. Sometimes people will basically interlock fingers and keep palms apart. Whatever your body's allowing today, give it what it needs. Take the hips backwards and gently double chin, gently double it and fold it down and come back up. All right, so all we're really doing at this point is practicing our inward rotation, our folding, while we have a little bit of shoulder improvement. So the muscles around the shoulders have to be active in our closed grip. So we help see the shoulders folding forward. And you might go like, why is that important? And I'll say, well, that's a great question. And I'll say, I don't know, but really I do. So as we fold down, we often see the shoulder capsule kind of shift forward, which really destabilizes the shoulder. And then often when we grab stuff up off the earth and lift it up, we don't retract properly. And as a result, we create this opportunity for injury, especially on the rotator cuffs.
Yes, ask Kirsten.
Yeah. Someone took that personally, I understand, but this is just a simple way of keeping those muscles engaged and practicing the stabilization when we fold. And now we're going to relax it, shake it out, come with right foot forward, left foot steps back. We're going to plant that left heel as we come into a warrior-like position. Give me a little slight bend in that front knee and bring hands over heart. Is that right ball of that big toe means pressurize. Take the right knee, push down, and then push up. Now, what we're working here is a little bit of resistance offered by a push forward of the back leg as we bend through that front leg and we raise and lower. We make sure the tracking of the knee aligns kind of with the center of our toe box. I have a relatively nice, or achieved a relatively good vertical position, upper body with hands over heart. Kind of just pushing in, pushing back. Get the quads going, oh my goodness, this feels like work. And it should. Find the depth that explores the possibility of increasing the range of motion for you. Find that all the way down, all the way up. One variation here, so a progression. Coming down, we're loading the anterior or front muscles. Coming up, I like you to take the release of the ball of the big toe. Try to shift it back to the heel and then bring extension to that front leg. Try that a couple times. Oh, ball of the big toe moving forward, heel moving backwards. All right. Big muscles on the descent forward. Big muscles on the ascent backwards. Let's do this one more time. And as we push back, come onto the toes of that back foot, step it forward, switch up sides. Nice separation from back to front and width. Also thoughtfully place our foot as we begin that push of the back foot forward. We begin descending. Primary focus right now, ball, the left foot, big toe, connected. Tracking knee through the center of the left foot toe box. Hands over heart, body vertical. Exploring depth finding out where you can take this thing. Who knew I could do that? I never knew till I tried. So keep it going. Just a cue or reminder not to clench with the toes. This is all about above ankle muscle activation. And now for the last few reps, we descend upon the big toe or the ball thereof, and we drive the force back through the heel. Not natural in our movement, but allowing us to focus on some of the posterior muscles in this exercise. You may feel them burning a little more as you do this. Keep it up. Another couple reps. All right, on this next rep, coming up, toes of the back foot come into play, and just drive it backwards. Salute the sun, big inhale. Powerful exhale, fold. Inhale, salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. As we reach the sky, pull high and then let hands fall back over heart. Right foot steps forward. I'm going to take that heel, back foot high to the sky. We're going to get right into this by chopping into that right hip, leaning in, body appropriate weighting. Find out how far you can lean in and be able to work. Explore with that as the hands reach forward. You might need to adjust where you were, but if you can't, keep it down. I asked you to go there first with the body, and then we added that extra weight in with the arms just to kind of get you to a different spot. See if you can hold with it. Fingertips come to connect with cup fingers. Make that upper body rotate right. Come back center. Sweep the arms down and back. Open the palms as they pass the body. Sweep forward, close the palms, raise up high. And as we lower back, shoulder height, rotate to the right. Center. Downward back sweep, open. Sweep forward, up high. Lower shoulder height, touch, rotate. Come back center. You got it, right? Pull back, chest round. Reach high to the sky. Lower, rotate. One more rep. All the way back with those arms, all the way up with them. Bring them together, rotate them. Come back center. Hands over heart, shoot that back foot, front foot backwards, I'm sorry. Step in opposite side. Nice, now we're setting it up. High in the heel, front legs nicely located. Take that body, chop it, extend forward. Beautiful, now. Excuse me. Lock and rotate. Slightly different than what we did last time. I know we did fingertip touch. We're doing interlock this time. Just kind of like to change things up. Or maybe I just forgot. Whatever. Still the same exercise.
Easier for me.
All right, now we start to put shit together. Let's bring the top of the touch of the fingertips. Sweep down and back, chest proud. Sweep up high. Lower, touch, rotate. Come back, down and back with the arms. Sweep up. If you've lost that lean forward, try to lean in a little more. Try to keep that low back from taking over here. Keep those abs engaged. Couple more, we're done. We're moving out of this shortly. Down and back, up high, touch, rotate, center, down and back. Last one, I promise. All the way up, touch, rotate, center, hands over heart, explode back foot forward, or forward foot backward, whatever, you know what I mean. Take a big breath in, powerful inhale, powerful exhale, take it down to the mat. I'm gonna grab a little water. I urge you to do the same if you haven't already, or have been keeping hydrated for this whole thing. Cheers to you. Nice. Now, we're gonna bring feet to a nice width, hip width apart, a little wider than hip width apart, I'm sorry. And we're gonna basically use a little assistance, hands on kneecaps. Now, panda, the back, a C curving the spine. With that C curve, slowly rotating the pelvic girdle, getting that tailbone, and then each vertebrae on top of it as best you can to make contact, to imprint with the mat. So you have a big crunch factor going on in that belly. Take it all the way down. Great job. Coming into a nice exercise that I love to use because it really helps with these medial or inner thigh muscles and keeping them not only neuromuscularly functioning, but also strong and straight. So as we bring hips and heels approximately the same width apart, step the shoulder blades down so they're left with a nice flat orientation. Let's take your head, roll it from side to side. We're going to bring in slight, ever so slight bend in those knees. See if you can kind of rock your pelvic girdle to get that sensation, or at least an effort to try to get it, that sensation of low back skin on the mat. I'm going to start with fingertips, and I'm talking thumb and fingers all together. Those tips, cups, hands, tips on the floor, elbows rotate downwardly. So we're rolling, really kind of rotate them inwardly towards the body. And as we bring a lot of flexion to the feet, let's bring rotation, inward rotation of our knees and feet, touching if we can, working to achieve that if we can't, and then activation, that inward rotation, what we're looking for. That's the muscle. Those are the muscles that we want working. You may feel a tremble already initiated. Keep the tremble, keep the effort, keep it working, but most of all, keep the feet flexed. In addition, the use of other muscles to affect rotation is what we're trying to really accomplish, so that the inner thigh muscles really are focused on doing this work. Squeeze the thighs a little more, and squeeze them a little more. And flex the feet and squeeze the thighs a little more, and then relax. Today, let's step the feet out, point the toes, take the arms above the head, fingers and toes pull opposite direction. If you feel inclined, let the arms drift below the peripheral view of your eyes. That's fine, you can go there, just let it all relax. Let's hollow out your belly. Let's bring those arms, sweep them down and find them upon the earth, with the fingertips being your connection points. Very important to rotate your elbows downwards, sort of rotating from the outside to the in. As we do that, you might feel the shoulders actually find a more secure or flatter type position on the earth. That exterior rotation, very key as we take a step, and I mean a small one, of the heels inwardly, still separated, hip width apart. The flexion to the feet is underway as you create the inward rotation. Those thighs, as they come to touch, they can go, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in almost a minute. Welcome back. As you continue to squeeze, give me a much harder squeeze. Now, this may be sufficient work, and if it is, work it. But if you can, I'd like you to take the heels and begin to push them into the mat. It may intensify the activation in those inner thigh muscles. And if you can get that intensification and hold it and work with it, why not try it?
Keep it going. Push harder with the heels. See if you can elevate your tailbone up and off the earth, but not at the expense of your feet losing flexion. Push hard, squeeze hard, push harder, flex those feet, lower everything down, extend the feet and the hands or arms in opposite direction. Feel that nice little relaxation. If you want to roll your head from side to side, you can enjoy that. What's that old expression? Third time's the charm. When you got some charm coming your way, bring those fingertips back down, rotate those elbows, flatten the blades, step in those heels, flex the feet. We're underway. Come on, get going. I'm not gonna wait all day for you. Rotate those thighs. Beautiful. Now, flex and push from the heels. Flex the feet, push to the heels, flex the feet, push more to the heels, squeeze the thighs, flex the feet, push the heels, hold for one more breath, and as you release the breath, let the legs, you can shake them out, toes and fingers pull opposite direction. As you bring flexion back to the feet, bring those arms back over chest. Drop your chin into your chest and slowly peel vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. Beautiful. I'm going to bring long arms. We're going to bring spinal flexion, the thoracic, the upper spine. Let it just relax. And one of the benefits of these Pilates style push-ups, or sorry, sit-ups, is the ability to help facilitate a nice lengthening through a lot of fascia, a lot of connective tissue in your low back. A lot of the muscles of the back, both the upper and lower, connect with a very fibrous tissue. It's like tendons and ligaments, a lot of shit going on there, but you can feel that nice little relief. And also, another thing that's helpful is you have the low back bones, the lumbar spine have an opportunity to find a little extension, a little depressurization. So as we enjoy this, enjoy it with breathing. Powerful inhale, powerful exhale. Let's bring some extension to the spine. Let's walk the hands back in to staff pose. Beautiful. We're almost done with our nice proud chests. We're going to begin to focus on a little bit of stretching. Whether your knees high or low is fine, whatever you find best for you. I'd like you to take the right knee, put it into like about a 45-degree angle, right foot, left thigh, your best version of it, nice and tall for the spinal column. The left hand reaches back with the fingers aiming away from the body. Let's take the right hand onto that left thigh. Now, see how my shoulder rotated inward? I like to pull the shoulder backward and then pull with the arm, not to aggressively open or rotate the spinal column, just to facilitate a little bit of stretch, supported, of course, by that left hand and left arm. Notice how the chin doubles in and create length and rotation. And that rotation is the stretch. Come back center. Switch up legs. Right arm reaches back. Spine long, neck long, chin double. Hands. I know, you're looking so curious. What's going on with that? You're a good girl. All right, I'm almost done. I'll spend some time with you, I promise. Find that nice length. Oh, yeah. And coming back. Oh, I know, you just want some love. All right, extend both feet. Oops. Sorry, you're not. Okay, yeah, I know. Both feet straight out, nice and wide. Bring the hands to the center of your body and start walking them out. You're a good girl.
You're out of time.
And then bring extension to the spine as you inhale. Let's walk back up, wide-legged staff pose. Let's bring hands over hearts so that I may thank you for joining me today. Hope you had a great class. Namaste. Good morning, everyone.